What's cracking, everybody? New video. Well, like I always say, and this ain't the same shirt, just so you guys know. Get off me. I got a few of these. These are my work shirts, eh? Um, so anyways, like I've said various times, while I'm at work, I have my earbud in and I'm listening. I'm trying to keep my ear to the ground, to the YouTube ground. I want to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put out new content for you guys on a daily basis, Monday through Friday at least. Uh, one minimum, if I can, two. If you notice, I've been releasing my videos as a premiere usually around 12:30 or 1, and that's because I record them at 10:30 during my break, and then it takes that long for the motherfucker to upload. Reception's real bad. So today I had an idea. I knew which video I was gonna do, but as happens, my earbud was in my ear, and shout out to the CJ Mack and Dub C show. I probably said it backwards, so shout out to the Dub C and CJ Mack show. They've been popping up on my feed, and I know why. It's because I saw that they did an interview with somebody that I wanted to listen to, and and so you know how YouTube is. They started sending them to me, and I'm glad that I listened to what I listened to today. And so I'm going to speak on what I heard. If I remember, matter of fact, let me just tell you guys. I wrote it down. Hopefully I don't forget to add this to the video. Okay. But it is the Dub C and CJ Max show. It's going to be episode 103. And I want you to listen to the whole thing, but I want you to pay attention to around the 38th minute. I want you to forward back over to the 38th minute, and I want you to pay attention. The guest on the show that day on this episode, again, episode 103, is Watch Homie Quan or Rich Homie Quan. I think it's Watch Homie Quan. My bad. Shout out to you. And when you go to the 38th minute, I guess this guy Watch Homie Quan, he's a YouTube sensation, I guess TikTok sensation, and he's blowing up. And hey, more power to you. I'm happy for your success, especially after today's episode. What I heard. So CJ Mack and Dub C asked him about the fact that he's getting bigger, getting more attention, and he's bringing in people, giving them opportunities that are raza. And he said, when we grow up, as poor people, where we grow up, he grew up in LA, obviously, probably in Watts, it's in his name. But he said his term was Hispanics. I'm not a fan of that word, but I know what he means, and it's an accepted term, and I have no problem with it. But he said, the Hispanics are right there with us. They love our music, and we love their food. And he mentioned the movie Friday, and they asked him. I don't know. I have it in my ear. I'm not watching it. I'm not able to pull my phone out and watch. But they asked him, basically, has there been any pushback because he's letting raza in the door? And he said, yes, there has been. And this is the thing. Like, I'm gonna get people in the comment section they're gonna say, keep your nose out of black people's business and this and that. And for you, before you start beating up on your little keyboard on your phone and hurt yourself, that comment is irrelevant to what I would like to see. I support what that individual said, and I support the fact that I think it was Dub C, either him or CJ Mack, but they said no one man is bigger than the politics of California, the street politics, right? Prison politics. But they said, but we can still use our platforms for good. And I commend all three of those gentlemen on that. And I want to commend all of the prison genre on YouTube that are pushing that same message. So for the small minority, you know, I've said it before, small minds think small thoughts, eh? Keep them to yourself. You know, there's a movement now. People understand that as long as we keep pointing out our differences instead of focusing on our similarities, we're going to wind up remaining the have-nots. We're gonna keep trying to hold on to these little dusty ass spots of the city that nobody cares about. And you know, for that small population, that small percentage that loves living in those areas, stay there, you know, enjoy that. But the rest of us, we would like a bigger piece of the pie. And we're going to do that when we learn how to get along, when we learn how to ignore those negative voices and realize what's best for us. I don't know how long this CJ Mack and Dub C show's been around, but I'm definitely subscribed now. I'm a supporter. You know, they were speaking on today also how, you know, everybody knows they're both from LA. They're both Crips. And CJ Mack said that as old as he is now, there's still places that he knows he can't go and eat. Was he clowning a little bit? Maybe. But is he smart enough to know not to take a chance? Absolutely. And that's a damn shame, you know. He's probably older than me. Him and Dubsy are older than me, but we grew up in the same era where, you know, gas stations were very dangerous, liquor stores were very dangerous, certain restaurants could be dangerous. And as old as they are now, they still avoid those spots. That shit's, you know, these guys are in their 50s, eh? And they still have to watch out for certain areas. They were surprised by Rich Homie Quan. I think it's Rich Homie Quan. My bad, homie, for not getting it right. They were calling him Watts Homie Quan, I think, though. I don't know. I'm having an elderly moment right now. But they were even telling him, like, it's a trip that you're able to film in all these different hoods without coming up short, you know. And you know, he said, you know, I know I got God on my side though everywhere I go, and that's how people need to start thinking. Unfortunately, those guys carrying the guns around, they're doing somebody else's work, you know. And you know, yesterday I did the video on, you know, the fight between China Mac and AD, and how China Mac was surprised about the California politics, especially the LA politics. And you know, and it is amazing how, as much as things have changed, how much they remain the same. I know where I'm from. It's the gang injunction worked. My city's cleaned up, but there's still dudes getting shot at, getting stabbed, getting killed. You just don't see them out in the streets no more, but they're there, you know. And while I'm happy that I can drive through my neighborhood and see kids hanging out where we used to hang out, it's unfortunate that it's just a little bit more clandestine. It's unfortunate that there are men and women still, not just in my city, but everywhere, man, in California, that still feel and still believe that gangbanging is the option to take. It's the route to take to feel loved, to feel like you're part of a family. to feel supported, you know. So it was a complete breath of fresh air for me today to hear what I heard. And hopefully he continues to open doors. And you know, there's been some there's been comments in my comment section from some black people that say Mexicans are more racist and more, than anybody. And yet this guy Quan is saying, like, there are blacks getting at him, like, why you letting them in? And it's I think that there are people that use the race card on both sides as a blanket, as a form of comfort. You know, it's like somebody in addiction, man. It's everything they do because of somebody else. It's never themselves. And it's the same with these people that want to hide behind the race card. They have to do what they do because somebody's keeping them down. It's not their own actions that are keeping them down. It's not their own decisions and the way that they choose to interact with the world that lead them to incarceration or um, even death. It's not that, you know, it's not themselves. I mean, it's always something outside of themselves that makes them, you know, nobody can make me stick my finger in my nose right now and pick a booger on my nose, right? So how can they make me pick up a gun? Um, Again, to those that find comfort um, in their hate, this message is not for you. This video is not for you. The episode of that podcast I'm talking about is not for you. Um, really, nothing's for you. Nothing but hatred and misery. I'm cool. I don't want to hate nobody. I was miserable for enough years of my life. That's why I do this. You know, that's why I interact with you guys when I do. That's why I'm doing more collaborations with other channels, and I want to do more. I reached out to It's Mean this morning. He's out of New York because when people talk about the East Coast West Coast thing, I would like to hear from him. How does he feel? What is his point of view? So hopefully we'll be doing something soon. There's another YouTuber that he's Raza that Gunner and I, maybe Rojo, maybe I can get some other guys and we can have a big panel and we could record something. But we're all very serious on not just us having better lives, but helping others understand that it is a possibility once you let go of the old animosities, the old prejudices, because um, that's some serious baggage to carry around. Heavy baggage, hateful baggage. That's the type of shit that causes you high blood pressure, cancer, all that shit. People don't understand the way, what you think about the world and the people around you can cause you physical damage. But anyways, there I go, as usual, rambling. The point to me is I'm glad I heard what I heard today. At the same time, it's unfortunate that, you know, he's saying that, Kwan's saying he's getting pushback from the black community for helping out the brown. But it's just like me and a lot of the Raza channels that are, saying that there should be more unity between the black and the brown communities out here. We hear shit too, you know. Um, and we also hear it sometimes from our own people, from our own Raza. I've gotten a lot of comments like, Dubs, stop reaching out to them. They don't want it. It's not true. Look at how many black subs I have, how many black viewers I have. Look in the comment section, how many of them speak positive and say they love their brown brothers. You know what I mean? There's a few sprinkled in that hate, and that's fine. They can keep that. I don't need it and you don't need it. So with that, I'm gonna let you go. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. And I'm out. Tell the ones you love that you love them.